Hey, this is Matt once again. Welcome back to another video, and this is a paid request for Steve. Thank you so much for that. Sorry about the wait, but thank you for your patience and your generosity. I do appreciate it. For those interested in requesting any type of videos, movie reviews, re-reviews, random thoughts, streams, commentaries, live streams, playing a game for an hour, or full playthrough, random topic, whatever the case may be, feel free to send it. PayPal's the best way to do it. Do have a Cash App as well. The links are down below in the info box, and I will get to it as soon as I possibly can. So, thank you. It's funny, he had asked for another movie, but I had already reviewed that. Now, this is a film I had seen before. I think a while ago I had a review up. It had to be taken down for, I don't even remember what the reason for. So, it's funny he requested it because I was always meaning to one day re-review this because that old review is gone, and Steve gave me the perfect opportunity. But I did rewatch the film because honestly I did not remember a damn thing about this film, not a damn thing, and watching it I could see why. Because it fucking sucks. It's a piece of shit. It is like a 3 point something IMDb. It deserves it. What a waste of time for all these people involved. You got Adam Copeland, aka Edge, from WWF. Well, I call it WWF. You got Denise Richards from Starship Troopers. You got Thomas Jane from The Punisher from 2004. You got Kelsey Grammer from Frasier, from tons of stuff. Sideshow Bob. And here we have Money Plane. No, it has nothing to do with Money Train, which is a much better movie. Money Train with Wesley Snipes and Woody Harrelson is a bit of an underrated film. It got a bad rap. I don't think it deserved it. It's a pretty good movie. It's a pretty good film. I know at the time there was the guy roasting the people, burning the people in the subway. They gave a bit of a bad controversy because there was a character in this doing that. But also people didn't like it because they thought it was just either routine. I don't know. Money Train's underrated. I never thought it was as bad as people made it out to be. This is. And it's directed by one of the Lawrence brothers. Not Matthew Lawrence. Not Joey Lawrence. Who are both in this movie. But Andrew Lawrence. Who is in the film as well. And I think he was one of the voice actors for the leads in Recess. Maybe not the first season, but I think some of the other seasons. He was the voice of the lead kid in Recess, the cartoon. I believe so. Anyway. Maybe there's a reason why I had never really heard of this Lawrence brother. I mean, maybe he's a better actor, because he ain't much of shit for a director. The setup of the film, before I get into my bitchin', which it deserves a lot of bitchin', I'm just going to call him Edge, who I liked as a wrestler. He could be a decent actor if given the right script and part that really utilizes his charm, he has charisma he can show in the ring, as well as maybe some actual fucking action for him to do. I haven't seen this film in a while, but there's a film, I keep wanting to say Breaking, but I think it's Bending the Rules with him and Jamie Kennedy. I remember not being the worst thing ever. I know that's not high praise, but I do remember that, not being great, but being better than this. Edge is with 3 other people. One of them is the director, Andrew Lawrence, and then there's a black guy, and then there's a lady. The 4 of them are doing this job to get this painting, but when they get there, the painting has already been taken. The authorities are alerted, they escape, and they go back to their boss, which is Kelsey Grammer. Kelsey Grammer is camping it up. He's having fun, smoking cigars, being, if he had a mustache, he'd be twirling it. Like, he's having fun for what he can do in this low-budget affair of an action film. I like Kelsey Grammer. Always thought he was a good actor. For what little part he's given as the villain, he's doing what he can. He's saying, well, you screwed up this job, you didn't get my painting, okay, you don't have to do this job. Take the Money Plane, which is a plane that's casino where a lot of these elite criminals, they ride on and they bet on all these various illegal activities, like how long does a man fight against a cobra, or how long did this man survive an attack from like a gator or something. So all these not so good activities. So Andrew Lawrence, he's going to be on the ground running the tech. The lady is going to be the flight attendant. The black guy is going to be the guy making the bets. And then Edge is going to be there for a little bit in the airplane casino, but then ultimately get into the cockpit, which he spends majority of the fucking movie in. Now, as I'm watching this, I'm remembering this shit, going, why would you cast a fucking wrestler to star in a movie where the only action scene he really gets to do physical-wise is to fight a pilot for like a minute in a cockpit? Very contained, some elbows, some punches. The guy's knocked out, he wakes up, Edge elbows, punches, bashes his head around, and there you go. That's the only action he does for the entire fucking movie. Most of the movie is him in a cockpit, flying. I get that there was a point where he was very hurt and he had to retire from wrestling, but then he came back, and I think even at this point he was doing okay. Have him do some... Okay, if you cast a wrestler, God forbid, have him do some wrestling moves. Suplexes, spears, elbow drops, anything. But they get a guy who's a wrestler and they don't have him do shit but sit in a cockpit of a plane for 70% of his screen time. At least 70%. What a waste. And then he doesn't even get a lot of opportunities to unleash his comedic charm. Does you watch his wrestling bits, and there's some fun comedic bits he did. And he doesn't even get a chance to do that. For the most part, he's playing it very straightforward. And also they give him this stupid looking man bun. I don't understand why guys do a man bun. I don't. If you do, God bless you. The man buns to me look ugly as fuck. Okay. You want to do your Princess Leia buns? Or, I mean, I think that would be an ugly look too. But a man bun, it makes it look like you got a turd growing out of your head. Like some animal, some creature implanted an egg and is ready to give birth in the back of your fucking head. So, I mean, sorry to anyone who has a man bun. I apologize. No, I don't mean ill will to you. I think it's an ugly as fuck haircut, and I think it looks goofy on your leading man to have this fucking man bun. That's just me. And the other people, Denise Richards, who plays Edge's wife, she's in the movie for like 2 scenes. One, saying some lovey-dovey stuff to her husband, and then eventually they're in bed sleeping. The next is her playing with the character's kid, and Edge is in the background. That's it. It's one of the most thankless roles anyone could have. Why would you put that much money? Because I doubt Denise Richards did it for cheap. There's nothing for her to do. She has like 2 scenes, and one of them she talks. What a waste of Denise Richards. What the fuck is the point? What was the point? I don't get that. It must have been the easiest paycheck she got. You say a couple words to Edge, you sleep in bed while he's sleeping next to you, and the next thing, you're playing with the kid while Edge is in the background ready for, I don't know, barbecue or something, whatever the hell it was. Again, the most thankless role Denise Richards has ever had in her life. Again, I would assume it's the easiest paycheck. Kelsey Grammer, Most of the time, he's in his office talking on the computer to Edge. I mean, most of the movie, he's in the same room. He's a little bit outside talking with Edge, telling him you need to go get the money plane, and the rest of he's in his office. That's pretty much it. I think he's doing what he can with this crappy script. Thomas Jane, he's in maybe 4 scenes. There's the bit with him and Edge talking, and Thomas Jane's smoking a pipe. Must be a crack pipe because this fucking movie be written by a crackhead. Then the next thing, the next time you see him is when there's like, I don't know, 25 minutes left of the movie, where he goes, hey, you know that thing that happened to you about the painting gone missing? Let me explain in this exposition-filled monologue that that company was owned by Kelsey Grammer, and they were tipped off the night before, and it was a setup. And the reason I think Kelsey Grammer set you up is because he wants you to do this mission, and he wants you to do other missions, because he doesn't want to let you go. Then the other 2 scenes is the tech guy on the ground, Andrew Lawrence, is getting attacked by bad guys, and, well, Thomas Jane gets a drone, a drone, little plane, flies it, and shoots a couple bad guys to save that tech guy. Also, some bad guys try to get to Edge's family, but Thomas Jane is there to shoot a couple bad guys. He shoots like 4 or 5 guys. Shoots one. A guy who apparently is fucking blind, because as he's going across, he can't see Thomas Jane is standing right there. He just, like, Thomas Jane, like, imagine he's right here. Thomas Jane's right here. He's like, oh, shit. Shoots, and there you go. Which is sad, because that's still technically more ass tickery than your fucking lead star does. Those little bits with Thomas Jane, he still kicked more ass than Edge, your leading man. As a heist movie, it's not that interesting. For good chunks of the film, it's Edge flying a plane. The flight attendant kind of does her job. She fights one guy who tries to put the moves on her. There's another guy she fights, and I think she rips his ears off. And then the black guy eventually, after doing bets, and that goes on forever, this bet about a guy versus a cobra, this guy with a bet whether he's going to survive this gator attack, and the guy's just kind of watching on his phone, watching the live feed. Eventually he goes to the server to help get the money. Some guy attacks him. The flight attendant attacks this guy, and then goes in and saves that guy by kicking this guy, and the guy fries. The look of the film is super cheap. When you see the outside of the plane, as in through the window where Edge is flying, you can tell it's horrible green screen. There are times where inside the plane it's just a lot of curtains to hide the low production value. There's a bit where Kelsey Grammer is shooting, which I'll get to that, is near the end of the film. Horrible, what do you call it, bullet flashes. Terrible bullet flashes. God, I can't believe I forgot the damn term of that. I'm sitting there going, does it really have to look this fucking bad? Even for a cheap direct-to-video, direct-to-streaming film? And then they rob the money plane, the casino in the sky. What else? I mean, it's a plane. Of course, it would be in the sky. What else is going to be up someone's ass? Well, I don't know if it was a big ass or a small plane. Just like this movie could stick up the Andrew Lawrence's ass. stick up my ass so I can fly away and get the fuck away from this movie. How about this movie? You become a plane, you fly up my ass like it's inner space, you take me off and you fly me away to find a better fucking movie. Which is funny I mentioned better movies, because you have the opening, then you have the credits. When the credits start in the opening, the music in that opening credits, I know I keep repeating that, because I just discombobulated. It sounds like the score from Speed. I'm like, is this guy really ripping off the music from Speed? He is. He's ripping off the fucking music from Speed. If you know the music from Speed, which is a classic, great movie, if you know that score, you don't recognize his opening. I don't know about the rest of the movie, but the opening credits, not the opening of the film, but the credits when they start. I'm like, what the fuck, dude? And not a whole lot of else happens. It's a lack of action, it's a lack of excitement. Again, the opening, the pain's not there, they have to escape, some guards shoot at them. What are we going to do? Talk to Kelsey Grammer. Take the money plane, they set it up, they split up, 3 go on the plane, 1 stays on the ground. They make some bets. The one guy stays behind making bets. Edge, the only fight he has, the 1-minute fight he has with the pilot in the cockpit. Here's another thing that's weird. The other people in the plane who are bad guys, like a criminal organization. Joey Lawrence is the concierge. He's the guy running the place in the plane. Matthew Lawrence is this guy named the Cowboy, who is this fake-looking long-ass mustache. Sam Elliott can pull that mustache off. You can't. You have like a cum catcher mustache. You have the type of fake mustache, I whip it and floss your ass with it and put it back on your fucking face. Matthew Lawrence, as the Cowboy, makes a bet with Edge's buddy of a Russian roulette, and then he does a Russian roulette and accidentally shoots himself in the head. And it's played for laughs. While Edge's buddy looks on going, what the fuck's going on? And it's just Edge flying the plane. His buddy looking at more and more and more bets. Flight attendant fights one person, like I said. And no one ever checks the cockpit. No one ever knocks on the door, on the goddamn godforsaken goddamn door to check to see how the pilot is doing. Now, one fucking time throughout the whole trip. There's even a bit where the plane is dipping. Oh, don't worry, folks. We have the best pilots. You would think they would go up, say, hey, everything okay? No. It never, ever, ever fucking happens. Never. Like, that's... How is that never, ever, at any point in this film, does any of these other people go to check on the cockpit to see how the pilot is doing? Especially when the plane was fucking around for a bit. When Edge was fighting the pilot. Because this film is stupid. Fucking cheap and stupid and boring as fuck. It's a boring heist. There's not a lot of espionage. There's not a lot of intrigue. There's not a lot of intriguing plot points where you gotta do this, do this, do this. No, it's literally just waiting around. Here's the server. There's the money. Boom. That's it. Plus, it's a plane. It's not like there's many places to fucking go. Thomas Jane, it's sad where his career went. I don't know about him as a person. I've heard that he's a dick in person, that he's a dickhead. I don't know, because I never met the guy. But I liked him as an actor. I loved him in The Punisher, the 2004 one. It's just sad what happened to. I mean, if he is a dick, maybe that didn't help. But I mean, just doing so many of these crap, low budget films, whether it be The Mutant Chronicles, whether it be Vice, that film with Bruce Willis. He was in another film or two that Bruce Willis was in. He was going to be in that film with Sylvester Stallone. Bullet to the head. It didn't work out because apparently Joel Silver, the producer, said you can't have two white guys, which is strange because that worked with Tango and Cash. You could have two black guys and Bad Boys, and that was successful, but whatever. The film sucked anyway. Was Stallone. I mean, Bullet to the Head is better than this movie, I'll give you that. I will give you that, to be fair. I think that film sucked because it was a disappointing Stallone film, but it is better than this. Just nothing barely fucking happens. That's why I'm kind of floundering this review, because I'm trying to remember bits and pieces, because it's that forgettable. Is that in one ear, out the other? There's really nothing you get out of this. Unless you like watching Edge with the ugly man bun. I'd rather watch Buns of Steel. That's a reference for people who remember that. Buns of Steel. Look it up if you don't know what that is. It's not a porno. It's aerobics. I'd rather watch that because you get more excitement out of that. And am I missing anything? Not a whole lot. Oh, I was talking about Thomas Jane. It's just a shame that he is doing all this direct-to-video. This must have been one of the easiest paychecks he got, too. Because again, the first 2/3 of the film, he's only in 2 scenes. One smoked in a pipe, the other drinking. Which, hell, for all I know, that was real alcohol. And then he flies the drone plane, and he keeps drinking as he's flying it. And it shoots a couple people, again, saving the tech guy, who is played by the director of this film again, like I said. And then some bad guys come to the house, and he shoots, again, 3 or 4 people. That's it. That's all he does. And he shows up at the very end on a phone, talking with Edge. That's it. And even the cheap production, like at the end of the film, apparently Edge had this plan. He put a device by Kelsey Grammer's desk. He was recording what Kelsey Grammer was saying. Because a lot of people love to talk in ways people don't talk in the real world, in real life. For example, oh, well, this is coming from the youngest Major General. Who the fuck is like, I have to tell you, the audience, information that Thomas Jane was the youngest Major General. How do we put that into conversation? Well, Edge will go, oh, well, yeah, coming from the youngest Major General. It's like, yeah, okay, thank you for the exposition. Same with when Kelsey Grammer's yelling, he has to say his full name. Which, by the way, for some reason, he nicknames himself Rumble. Kelsey Grammer's character nicknames himself Rumble. I'm like, what, Rumble in the Jungle? Rumble in the Bronx? Because he'll say, it's Rumble time. What the fuck do you think? It's Power Rangers? It ain't Morphin' time or Rumble time, Kelsey. Jesus H. Christ. And like the dialogue, I swear there's someone that says, you could even bet on a dude fucking an alligator. I'm like, fucking an alligator? Who, Leatherhead from the Ninja Turtles? Is someone gonna fuck him? Or is he gonna fuck someone? I don't want to see either one or bet on it. You could bet on someone fucking an alligator. How about you go fuck yourself in gator shoes? How about that? Don't fuck Leatherhead. Leave him alone. He didn't do anything to you. So leave him the fuck alone. You can't even bet on a dude fucking elevator. How about you go fuck yourself and bet on that? It's just, you watch these films and you go, what was the point of the money spent on getting all these people in here, and for what? What enjoyment can you get out of this fucking movie? There's barely any action. The story's non-existent. The production value. At the end, when the Edge and his two buddies, the black guy and the girl, they gotta jump out of the plane with parachutes. When they open up the fucking door, number one, you think there'd be a lot of wind and suction? Because you opened a door on a fucking plane. Which, by the way, I guess, are these guys going to realize no one's flying the plane now? I mean, they haven't gone to the fucking cockpit anyway. I mean, granted, they're all bad guys, so it doesn't matter if they die or not, but still, it's like, is anyone now going to check on, see the cockpit of the plane? At this point, there's still no one checking the cockpit to see if anything's going on. Even though they've heard this audio of Kelsey Grammer saying, I am this, and I'm taking the money plane. Okay, you're thinking now we're going to have some people go up, and no, not really. I mean, maybe to say they already got killed because the girl killed 2 or 3 people, but there's still Joey Lawrence, there's still his buddy there, and there's still other people there. You tell me none of them don't go to cockpit to check? Anyway, when the 3 leads open up the fucking door, again, there's like barely any suction being sucked out, you know. And it's like black. It's just fucking black. Might as well be a black drape. Might as well be a black fucking curtain. And the Edge is jumping to the void. A black void. Yeah, like a black hole. Like an asshole, which this movie smells like. Any asshole. Black, white, red, pink, polka dot, bikinied, any asshole. Because it stinks. This movie stinks. Unshowered and all. So, and like Kelsey Grammer's last scene, because now the bad guys on the plane think Kelsey Grammer did it, so they're sending people to get him. And Kelsey's character thinks he's Scarface with a last stand, so he gets the gun, and that's where the bullet flashes. They look so cheap, and Kelsey's like, ah, it's rumble time. Ah. He does and it cuts to black, assuming he dies afterward. But just Kelsey screaming, it just looks so funny, and it looks so fucking ridiculous, and the crappy CG bullet flash, it looks so fucking stupid. This whole movie is lame and fucking stupid. This is dog shit. Fuck the man buns, fuck the cheap effects. This whole cast, what a waste of time. Edge has talent. Thomas Jane has talent. Kelsey Grammer has talent. Denise Richards is hot. Talent depends. I mean, when I could say that, what was the movie she was in? James Bond, World Is Not Enough? That's better than this. Way better than this. And she actually had stuff to do. She was awful in it, but she had shit to do in that movie. But this is a waste of time. Unless you're the most die-hard fan of Edge, and you need to see everything he's in, but you're not going to get much of him, because, to repeat one last time, he gets to do nothing. You put a wrestler in a cockpit for 70-80% of the fucking film to fly with thumbs up his ass, might as well. And he doesn't get his comedic timing and nothing. It's just a waste. This whole movie, money wasted. That's what it should be called. Money wasted. A fucking swan dive, a swanton off the fucking platform, Jeff Hardy style, swanton off the fucking bridge, right into the fucking gutter. This plane went a nosedive to fucking hell. Holy shit balls of fire. No wonder I did not remember a fucking thing about this film. I guarantee you, ask me a week later, I'm still not going to remember a damn thing about this film. So here you go. Fuck this movie. We'll see you guys later. Bye-bye for now. Go watch Money Train instead. Later.